Now, out from that, Jehovah Alive for Old Age organization is set to extend free medical services to over 500 poor and vulnerable elderly residents that are in Kayunga district. Now, the health camp comes at a time when many older persons are decrying of being neglected and, of course, not getting attention, more so when they do go to the different hospitals that are across Uganda. Now, Gabriel Malaika Ligam, the executive director of JAFOA, did appeal for the creation of a special desk in medical facilities to cater for the elderly, to be able to save them from the long queues. Now, this was said while addressing journalists ahead of the 4th November health camp for the elderly that will be taking place in Kayunga. And our reporters did manage to, of course, get the details of that report. Let's take a look.
In Uganda, millions of people who fall into the old age brackets face poverty, health challenges, and abandonment. However, Jehovah Alive for the Old Age JAFOA stands tall to see that this is history.
The medication, I had a backache, serious backache. I was moving like this, but now I'm moving properly. JAFOA.
Gabriela Malaika, the executive director of JAFOA, says over 3,000 lives have been impacted through their outreaches across the country.
At JAFOA, we have now impacted 3,500 older persons, the areas, the regions we have moved in Uganda, and also the orphan vulnerable children under their care. There are about 5,000, the children, and the orphan and the older persons themselves, they are 3,500. So that's when I'm talking about Lira. I'm talking about the Lira region. We are talking about Kayunga, we are talking about Kira, we are talking about Kumi, we are talking about Soroti. We haven't gotten to Western Uganda yet, but we are yet to get there.
To build resilience and good health of the older persons, Gabriela says they have handed out over 1,000 fruit trees to them. She argues that this has relatively created an inclusive environment where many have been involved in productive activities.
For JAFOA, we've given out 1,000 fruit trees to our older persons to plant, to encourage them to eat fruits. So, and preserving our environment. We have seen we are cutting down trees. So when we do this, starting from them, we make sure that they are inclusive in whatever we are doing in the community. That's what I advocate and I blow the trumpet for, because they are also human like us. They are like the children, like the women, they are like the men.
She has also applauded the government for its inclusive policy towards the well-being of the older persons. She adds that the government has created an enabling environment for them to give a helping hand.
The government, it has done its part, and it cannot be everywhere at the same time. That's why the CSOs are coming in to step in where government hasn't reached. And as we see with government, we have also programs which they have also included the older persons. So we cannot say that the government has just pushed the elderly away by them including them in the government programs. That one already tells us they have the love for the elderly. We have the empowerment sage, the 25,000 shillings they give every month to the elder persons who are 80 years and above. So we think government hasn't failed yet.
Gabriela contends that amid the success of impacting many lives, there are challenges like financial constraints, thus appealing to all well-wishers to give a helping hand to this noble cause.
Relief. We've done health and health care. We've supported the orphan vulnerable children. We have economically empowered our older persons by encouraging them to know that they are supposed to also involve themselves in community development. So we support them in agricultural inputs and encourage them to grow short gestation period crops. It has not been an easy walk. We've had challenges along the way, resource limitation. Like at JAFOA, we basically are at well-wishers. We are friends for JAFOA, local mobilization, www.jafoa.org. We have a donation box there. You just click on the donation box, leave a comment there.
With a health camp set to take place on 4th of November, various health services like diagnosis, medical checkups, and diabetes medication will be offered free of charge. John William Ogenda, Freddy Chris Chisao for BTM News Today.